What is going on, guys? Today we're doing a beat for Summer Walker's new album. We're gonna be using my one-shot kit DaVinci, which a lot of you guys might already know about. I've been using it in every video for like the past month or so, it's a very versatile kit. You can make Drake beats, Summer Walker type beats, Don Toliver type beats, Kanye type beats, really just anything. And there's a ton of really good sounds for like R&B beats, so that's why we're gonna use it today. I'm gonna show you guys how to like build these R&B chord progressions, as they're pretty simple if you know what you're doing. But if you don't, when you see someone and they just have like a crazy R&B kind of like chord progression, you like look at it and you're like, this just looks like there's just tons of notes and whatnot. So I'm gonna make it very simple for you guys to understand, and you guys should be able to pump out one of these beats no problem. So to get started, I'm using a BPM of 102. So to build this progression, the first thing that I like to do, I like to start with kind of like the bass notes. And then what I usually do is I'll just copy this and then go up 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the reason for that is if you're just building like a simple triad or just any kind of chord, if you just go up 7, that builds like the other part of the chord. And then what you're going to want to do is kind of just listen through, and you're going to either go up 3, which will be a minor chord, or go up 4, which will be a major chord. And you're just going to want to do that for all of these right here. Doesn't sound good, so let's move it up. So that doesn't sound very good, but I think if I move this up here and also line up this one right here, it'll sound pretty good. For R&B chords, they're usually almost never just triads. They're like bigger chords, so let's beef these chords up a little bit. Let's go up 3 right here. So now this is a 9th chord. Sounds very big, sounds nice. And then I'm gonna just line this up right here, because if you look, it's like all B's, so. And let's also line up this D too. Another thing you can do to make your chords sound good and sound a little bit bigger is if you just go and double up on certain notes. Let's just double up on this one and then give it a listen. Sounds nice. Let's try and line this up again to kind of just melt these chords together. Nice. Let's make this sound bigger. Let's pull this up an octave as well. And let's double up on this right here. I want this one to sound a little bit bigger. And then let's just line it up. Pretty much all of these have F sharp. Next thing you can do is transpose certain notes. So I usually like to go something that's a bit lower. I don't usually do the bass note. Maybe I'll do the one like right underneath it. Just because if you do some of these other notes, like if I did this B, then it's like kind of way out there. So let's just pull this up right here. So maybe let's do this A. This is a little bit higher, but let's check it out, see how that sounds. And then we're gonna go Alt R to randomize, and then Alt S to strum, just so it sounds like a realer piano. And I know I'm spending a lot of time on this, but this is what we're gonna build our beat off of. Another thing you can do, and I just went through and did this really quickly, is if you just take your cutting tool, just kind of just listen through and add little cuts to the notes that are already playing within each chord. And it just gives it like a nice kind of variation, nice kind of bounce. Just make sure with whatever you end up doing that there is some sort of rhythm. You don't want to just randomly be coming in here and just cutting stuff, or else it's gonna sound horrible. And we don't want that. And another thing I did was I just cut out the low end, so about 200 hertz, and then cut some highs out up to about like 2K. Cool. All right, so we got our bass now, and it sounds good. So now we can kind of just go in and enhance it. What we're gonna do is I'm just going to grab another sound. So right here, I've just got my town strings from my kit, and we're just gonna copy and paste this right here. So I'm throwing some Portal on this, and I'm just using the default setting. Just bought this plugin, and it just sounded good when I opened it, so we're gonna go with it. Don't overthink things. Then right here, I just cut out the lows and some of the highs as well, because you don't want too many high frequencies in like an R&B song. All right, this is going well. I'm hyped. Now let me turn off these speakers and put my headphones on, because I might have to show you what my vocals can do in a second. All right. For those of you new to this channel, longtime subscribers will know, but I'm a great singer. All right, I'm a fantastic singer. All right, so next sound that we've got is just these XX bells, and like the other sounds, this is all you have to do. Just turn everything off except the hold, and then play around with the release a little bit. All I did was I just, I'm literally just playing 2 notes right here. You can keep it really simple, and it's just kind of going in a rhythm, and it just changes. Like right here at the end versus this last note extending, it just goes down back to this B. So, feel free to try and do something like this. But R&B beats, you want a lot of space, so, don't overdo it. Keep it simple. It's going to sound good. Next, I noticed there was like a lot of vocals kind of hidden in the background on this album. So I just got this, what is this, Arcade? Yeah, Arcade. And it's this new sound called Done With You. And I just thought that was, perfect, because the album's called Still Over It. So it's like, I'm done with you. I'm still over you. Subscribe if you haven't already. All right, we're almost at 3K. Maybe we were at 3K by the time this video hits. If we've just hit 3K, then we're almost at 4K, but not that close. All right, good chat. Kind of wanted it like drowning out more so in the background. Summer Walker was to get on this beat. She'd be singing. So, I don't want just a bunch of vocals going, hey, yeah. And then she's just over there like, yeah, okay, I can't really, fit on here. So, it's in the background. And next sound we're going to use is just a bass line. This is the turnt bass from the kit. Here's a little pattern I came up with, and I just cut out a bunch of like the high end for this because I just want the low end staying. Followed all the root notes right here. And then a little trick just to add, a little bit of movement to your bass line is I just went up on like the note above each of these notes. And if you look here, they're kind of just going at a different rhythm, like right here. Rather, it's starting right here, starts over here, and then over here, the change starts a little different. So just gives it a nice little bounce. But here's how it sounds. Alright, so I went ahead and just dragged all my drum sounds that I wanted to use. Yeah, so what you're going to want to do with the clap, that's a little different than most beats, is you're going to want to put it right here. That keeps it a bit faster paced than if we would have put it in its usual spot on most beats and put it right here. That's fine too, but I wanted it to be a little faster paced. And for your hi-hats, what you're going to want to do is just go to every 4 steps. And then just kind of play around and fill stuff in. So here's what I end up with the hi-hats. Just some things that you want to do or you can do. You don't have to do anything. I went up here, clicked on 1/3 step, and you just kind of like paint them in, and it just adds. It's probably my favorite way to add bounce to your hi-hats. Is just add it in like a few different spots, but just make sure there's like some sort of a rhythm to it. Then I just played with these velocities. Another fun thing you can do with that is kind of just have it go up or down. So you just kind of select all these and then just, play with a paintbrush down here. And then you can also just pick out certain notes in your hi-hats. Again, you want to make sure it's like all going out of pattern though. You're not just randomly clicking stuff in. Because I just picked a couple of areas where I want the hi-hats to kind of double up, and this just makes them sound a bit louder, which kind of gives it a cool effect. But yeah, here's how it sounds now. Yeah, for drum sounds, I've just been using my only drum kit. It's got a lot of good sounds for these types of beats. And you can get a free version on my website if you want to check that out. But the full version obviously has, all the best sounds. Here we go. So I got this thumper kick right here. For the mixing for these drum sounds, because I already did the mixing when I made them, so you wouldn't have to every single time. You don't have to do a bunch of stuff. All I do is level the sounds and center the kick, and yeah. And one thing I'll do is I'll spread out my open hat as well. All right, so here's the arranged beat right here. I'm gonna explain what I did real quick before I give you guys a listen. The only really interesting things I did is I added like this bird sound in the background. I feel like it just really kind of fits the beat. You'll hear in a second when I play it. Right before the second half of the chorus comes in, like I just stopped almost all of the drums from playing, and that kind of just gives the listener a break and makes the second half sound a bit bigger. To introduce the vocals as they're going to come in the second part of the hook, I kind of had that play in the intro, and then it cuts out when the first part of the chorus drops. I'm going to play the beat in a second. Definitely join the Discord. I'm going to be going live soon and reviewing people's beats. So if you're interested in that, definitely get on there, as well as follow me on Instagram. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you soon. Peace.